What the heck did I just witness? Did this show just give us our most brutal and terrifying look at Pennywise yet? Is that what a lot of people are theorizing to be Pennywise's first form when he got on Earth? This is canonically false. I have a theory about what this specific form of Pennywise is and how it relates to a central plot point involving the military in Derry, Maine, and some experiments that are going on that might link to another Stephen King property. But anyways, we're gonna get to that. But this episode was crazy, y'all. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the It series, alright? Listen, when I was a kid, Tim Curry scared the piss out of me as Pennywise, but that movie wasn't great. The two It movies following, with Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, I enjoyed the first movie. I think the second movie's dog shit. I didn't like it at all. I don't think Pennywise has aura as a villain. I think this dude's a bit of a... He's kind of pathetic. He's a bit of a if I had to imagine, alright? He's getting his ass whipped by children in a roast session. They're just roasting him to death. That's literally what happens in the Ritual of Chud. That's what it is. And I understand this is a Lovecraftian eldritch being. His true form is incomprehensible. He's all-powerful, right? I understand this. That makes this even more pathetic. This is the end point of him fighting a couple kids with William? Are you kidding me? I understand, oh, it's based on the Stephen King novel lore and all that. I don't give a shit. It's in my opinion, it's pathetic. I'm not a big fan of villains or horror that's based on hallucinations. Now, Pennywise prides himself on fear. He'll make you see things that aren't there. He'll take forms to fuck with you and scare you. I'm not a big fan of, like, elongated dream sequences or hallucinations in films. That's just a pet peeve of mine, right? I know other people are not like this, but still. I like the idea of a clown, a killer clown that lures in kids and then eats them. That's pretty terrifying to me. But there's just a lot of things about the lore that are just stupid to me, in my opinion. I didn't have that much faith in this show. I didn't really have that much interest. But a lot of people said that first episode, man, is something else. And when I'm looking upon this show, I'm like, okay, it's a group of kids that I don't give a shit about, some of them will be killed, but a lot of them are just going to end up beating up Pennywise. Bunch of kids having hallucinations until they end up beating the shit out of Pennywise, right? And then on top of that, there's going to be a lot of corny, cheesy dialogue scenes between the kids, and there were some of that in the first episode, in my opinion. But I will say this show pulls no punches. It's like Pennywise spoke to me. I made a whole video roasting this dude to death, and Pennywise spoke to me and said, "You think I'm a wuss? You think I'm pathetic? Watch this. Hold my fucking beer," as he proceeded to annihilate children left and right. The episode starts off with this kid. I forgot his name because I suck with names. I apologize. But he's running from something. He clearly has a bad family life, bad home life, so he's trying to get a taxi because he's on the run from a movie theater employee. And this family picks him up, and they are not what they seem. They start off very nice, happy-go-lucky family, and then you start to realize, oh shit, the sister next to him is like picking at liver and looking at him very disgustingly, almost like she wants to fuck him and eat him at the same time. You have the eyes changing of this family. They're looking like this. They're looking like a clown. And then the mom starts to get pregnant, and this is the scene that's probably going to traumatize a lot of folks. It didn't traumatize me because I've seen... I am used to disgusting pregnancy scenes because I'm an Alien fan. That Alien franchise has a lot of disgusting pregnancies. But when I was watching this, I was like, oh, hell no. Are we getting Pennywise as a clown being born from his mother? But no, we're getting this shit. A demon baby that's a form of Pennywise that starts going crazy, berserk, flying around until he sets his sights on the kid and annihilates him brutally. And the kid's probably fucking dead, if we're being real. Pennywise don't give a shit. This Pennywise doesn't give a shit. I don't know, compared to what the hell he's doing in the It movies that take place after this, he's watered down in those compared to now. I think Pennywise was tired and fatigued from his sleep in those films. Because right now, he doesn't care. He's killing everybody. He's horny for death. A lot of people are theorizing, okay, is this the first form that Pennywise takes place and then he'll grow and evolve into Pennywise the Clown? I do think he'll grow and evolve into Pennywise, but this is not his first form. Canonically, that's false. Remember, he arrived during a meteor millions of years ago, settled in the place that would now be called Derry in Maine, and started his cycle in the 1700s. He woke and started feeding on settlers. A lot of settlers in the initial Derry, Maine area disappeared when he awoke. And then he went on his 27-year cycle of sleeping and then eating. So this is far from his first form. He's probably implanted himself into the minds of people and created forms based on their fears. But why the baby? This is a recurring creature now. Because he's in the opening, but then he attacks the kids at the end, and we're going to get to that climactic sequence. Why the baby? Well, remember, he's fear-based. Pennywise is fear-based. And there's one central fear around the people in the show at this specific timeline, and this specific time period, okay? I believe this is in the 60s, this show. There's a lot of shit happening. There's a lot of fears about World War III, nuclear war. There's nuclear tests happening all around, right? The U.S. is doing nuclear tests, a lot of them at this point in time, right? There's even a mention on the radio when in the first opening scene that the people are warning about the fear of mutations, you know, your kids and you being mutated, and the mom's like, oh, hoping nothing happens to our kid, right? This is all inferring and alluding to the idea that there's a central fear of like mutations based on radiation and war and military experiments happening, and that's the fear that Pennywise is conjuring up with this demon flying baby. Fear of mutations and war fallout. That's a big thing happening in this town right now. And then you have that military shit. There is some sus military activity in this TV show. I'm pretty sure this dude is a character that's related or is part of the Shining story too, apparently. I've heard that as an Easter egg. But they're hiding something. This military facility is hiding something. Some kind of experiments, something. They have found something and it's central to this story and Pennywise's awakening and the forms he's taking. Alright? Now, this guy gets attacked in the episode by these dudes in masks. Now, I thought these were just like white supremacist racists or something. I thought that was where they're going, but no. They wanted the specs of a specific craft he was on? Am I remembering this correctly? They wanted the specs of something. There's something going on with the military. Alright? Remember in the movie The Mist, which is based on a Stephen King story, obviously The Mist? So there is a military project called Project Arrowhead that breaches a portal to another realm that brings in the Mist monsters here, okay? Now, it's widely theorized that that area that they breached with all those monsters is the Toadash space, or the Toadash darkness, which is part of the Macroverse. Guess who else is part of the Macroverse? Pennywise. He comes from there. I'm getting a lot of Mist vibes from this episode. Like, the military may have found something related to Pennywise or opened a portal maybe to the Macroverse. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a large conspiracy with the higher-ups in the military here that this dude finds out and uncovers, and that they know about Pennywise. They know about this entity feeding on fear, and they're observing him. I wouldn't be surprised. And they'll probably all get annihilated because you can't have this big corporation and government that knows about this being while you have the other It movies later in the future, you know? Like, where did they go? So, I believe there's something going down there. There's also references to the turtle. I suck with names. The turtle, the big enemy of Pennywise. So, you know, this cosmic entity that also is all-powerful in the Macroverse. There's a mascot of a turtle in the necklace. I believe the necklace is the girl's necklace has a turtle on it too. Like, there's a lot of references to beings in the Macroverse. So I think this show could be inching us closer and closer to the origin story of Pennywise, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I thought the episode was decent. I thought it was okay. It really, the stuff that was holy shit was the Pennywise moments, and we're gonna get to the final climactic sequence. Now, Pennywise is the devil in this. He don't give a fuck. This looks like Donald Trump. Basically, the Jewish kid has a fear of, like, Jewish people in the Holocaust, and apparently their skin was used as lamps and shit, so Pennywise takes this form, alright? He don't fuck around. And then the final act, the kids are sitting down in the theater, trying to figure out, okay, where did our friend in the opening scene disappear from? He was last here watching this movie. And then we see that kid on the screen of the film they're watching it, and then the demon baby returns, bursting from the screen. This is reality bending shit right here, y'all. This is not just hallucination. This is actually, and this is what I like about this. It's not just hallucinations we're dealing with now. No, real beings are killing people in this, and half the main characters in this episode get murdered, and they get nuked. Not just that they're getting fed on, they're getting torn apart. The little girl's hand gets ripped off, and she dies. The Jewish kid, I'm pretty sure, gets torn in half. I'm surprised, but I'm surprised with how far they went in this episode, to be honest. The baby kills everybody except for her. The show is putting a stamp right now showing nobody's safe, no kid is safe. You thought the kids were all these cute innocent kids that are going to have a chud ritual at the end, which I guarantee you there's going to be a chud ritual at the end. But no, Pennywise is nuking half these kids just to rub it in my face how wrong I was about him. I still don't buy it. It subverted our expectations by killing those kids and making them cannon fodder. I do think they will die. One of these girls is going to die, bro. It's too obvious. But ultimately, this girl and this girl will not die, in my opinion. I don't believe they're going to die. Her father might die, but I don't believe they're going to die. I believe they're going to be safe until they end up defeating Pennywise at the end with the Ritual of Chud, which I really don't want. Pennywise has to go into his sleep again. I'm guaranteeing you one of these kids will defeat him by the end, right? And I question at times like this, these kids got killed off early. Are they going to be brought back to life at the end? But the thing is, no kid can do this. Their souls are gone into the deadlights. The deadlights are where these souls lie after Pennywise feeds on them. That's like an existential torture. I'm pretty sure, right? I'm not like a it lore expert or anything, but I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure the kids are goners, which makes this episode even more brutal. But I do think the final girl will live, and I do think Pennywise will be defeated. He needs to go into hibernation at some point. Maybe he wins and kills everybody and then goes into hibernation, that could make sense. But I don't know. Let's see. I really want them to dive into the origin of Pennywise a little bit more. Okay, we don't need to reference the turtle that much. I know a lot of people are afraid of that, but let's reference the macroverse, the Todash space maybe. And I want Pennywise to kill a couple more mofos and kill a couple more main characters. They have the opportunity to redeem this motherfucker in my eyes, okay? The ritual chud is what I'm afraid of. I don't want to see Pennywise roasted to death again. And to be honest, I don't know if they're going to repeat that. We've already seen it happen multiple times now. Let's change it up now. Maybe let Pennywise win at the end, when it's all said and done. And then him go to hibernation. And then 27 years later, we have the It movies as we know them. Those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys thought of the first episode. And I believe the second episode's coming soon, too. So, yeah. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.